Hello Aquarius, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. This right here is Blazer the Morkie. I think he might make an appearance in a minute. He wants to come back to my lap. So yes, let's say hi to everybody. Here he is, the little baby. He's probably gonna lay on my lap, but put him down there. But he said hello. And welcome to your March monthly reading. I want to wish all of our Pisces brothers and sisters, we got the little fishing hat on today, very happy birthdays for Pisces season. And today on your reading, Aquarius, we are going to get into the overall energies, and then we'll take a look at what's going on with you using the Celtic cross spread that I love to use for the monthlies. And we'll close it off with a special message for the Aquarian collective. Keeping in mind, as always, these are general readings. Take only what resonates and leave the rest. I always recommend watching your sun, moon, rising, and north node sign readings for additional context and texture, and just to give you a really good full picture idea of what the energies are looking like for you. Those four positions create what I call the four pillars, and they give us a lot of information. We have kind of our sun sign, which is our soul spark. We have our moon, which is our subconscious. We have our rising, how people see us, and our north node, what we're meant to move into and master as we go through our life. And those are important energies to know about. Okay, and Aquarius, if you're interested in working with me more one-on-one, you can check out the description below. Also get connected on social media, etc. Let's get into your overall energy here. Whew. You're definitely, okay, it's this one. This one shot out. So we're gonna roll with it. And it did not want to go back. And this one's peeking out right here. Not surprisingly. All right, Aquarius, let's take a look here. You got full moon, completion and culmination. And then you got free, may your soul sing freely. Very Aquarius kind of vibes on this card. So I'll just hold it a little closer so you can see. And it's got the seagull like flying above the water and the full moon. So the full moon for the month of March could be really important for you. Maybe plan your rituals or your little meditations accordingly. Let's take a look at your energies here. Your energy is like feeling so contained to me that it is like wanting to burst out. There could be a connection to seasonal energies for you. I mean, you're showing me the King of Wands in your current situation crossed by the Two of Pentacles. Some of you might be trying to make a decision about a relationship and who you feel passionate toward. You may be on the dating scene and trying to make a decision about how to proceed with someone here. There's this fire though, this passion, and this could represent your own internal energy. So if relationship is not up for you right now, this could be related to your own passions, and you're trying to maybe specify or lock down exactly how you're going to express yourself through these passions. That could very well be it. You want to have your free spirit intact for all of this. And it may be that that's what you're working on for March, and that the full moon or two, if there's two in the month of March, I haven't even checked yet, that may be significant for you, and that may be a timing thing. In your needed focus, you have the Ace of Cups. That would be self-care, nurturing of the self, making sure your own cup is full and overflowing. There may be a little bit of attention that you put, a little bit of extra attention on your peace. So as the month of March is proceeding, we have some Venus retrograde type things going on. We've got just all kinds of energies this year, you know. Those Venus energies, I think, are going to be impacting you, but in a way of how you love yourself, how you see yourself, how you want to be seen in love, whether you're in a partnership or not. In the position of your past energies, the energies you're leaving behind, you got the Three of Wands. That's a time for contemplation. That's a time for insight, intuition, reflection, and really getting focused on your passion. It feels a lot like the energy that you're currently in. So I think some of you are on this cusp of maybe figuring out what your next step is. And then in the future energies, you move into the Four of Wands. So from the 3 to the 4, which is a much more stable energy when we go from a 3 to a 4. This can be a marriage card. Some of you may be looking for that. That's what this 3 of Wands is. You had your sights set on the type of person who would commit to you. But this could also represent a commitment to your own passions as well. Like I said, if for some of you, relationship is not your thing right now, that's not what you're focused on. This has to do with commitment, though, for your own passion, okay, and what you're dedicating yourself to. In your place of embodied empowerment, you got the Chariot. That's Cancerian energy for you, and it's a forward motion kind of energy. I feel like for many of you, this is quite physical in nature. So there's going to be some sort of, or there already is some sort of established physical movement that is making you feel really good. Not only are there health benefits involved with this, but there also seems to be emotional release going on as a part of this. So if you have, let's say, a dance class or a yoga practice or something like that, it's really serving you in more than one way, it feels like. In your area of support and allies, you have the Queen of Cups. It pairs quite nicely with the Chariot, with the Ace of Cups. And what I'm seeing here, I like the balance of the water for you with the fire and the passionate energies, because there's a lot of that in this reading. You may have a good girlfriend or a sister or somebody who really steps up with those feminine energies for you. For some of you, this could be a grandmother as well, grandmotherly kind of energy coming through, an aunt, a favorite aunt. And it's very subtle, but their presence helps you feel like you. Are you okay, Blaze? Sorry about that. I had to let Blaze out of the room. He was like hacking up something. I think he needed to go get some water or something. So we got him all squared away. Okay, so back to that grandmotherly aunt energy. There's a feminine energy. Could be within you, could be around you. Feels like it's someone outside of you that is providing some sort of nurturing and support. Whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. They're coming in and they just make you feel good. In the place of your environment, you get the Ten of Swords. Right now, at this particular moment, something going on around you feels pretty heavy. Could be somebody you're holding space for, because otherwise your energy is looking pretty free and passionate and good. So I'm wondering if this might not represent someone who's having a hard time right now and you're there for them. Or you may be that healer that is taking care of somebody or helping someone through a difficult experience. So to me, that seems like a third-party person, just somebody that maybe a client of yours or something that's going through a difficult time. That's being acknowledged here as something that you're looking at and dealing with. In your hopes and fears, you have the Sun card. That's Leo energy. It's warmth, it's brightness, it's happiness, it's joy. That's your goal. That is where you want to be within yourself. So that's your hope. It also is your fear, though. It's two sides of the same coin, right? You really want to land on the side of happiness, harmony, completion, possibly even for some of you, marriage and family, right? And that's your happily ever after kind of feeling. But remember, happily ever after starts within, right? Now, in your potential outcome, you have the Knight of Wands. If you are looking for that someone, it looks like possibly near the end of the month, that person could be showing up. You may have more than one. We have a King and a Knight of Wands here as well. So in your current energies, you could have a King, possibly. We have light and shadow aspects to everyone here. So it could be that the King isn't all he was cracked up to be. Some of the shadow aspects of the King of Wands can be quite egoic, wrapped up in themselves, that kind of energy. And maybe a Knight is what you need. I'd caution not to throw them in the category of the Knight in Shining Armor, because we don't want to put forth like a rescue kind of situation. This could also be you. If you're the Aquarian male, these are different aspects of yourself. Maybe a more playful aspect of yourself would like to emerge. For this King of Wands, you get the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Honestly, this feels like we've got we've got confidence, we've got passion, and we've also got patience. So I like this. If this is relationship speaking, then it is looking pretty good because we have the patience blended in with the confidence and the fiery attraction. So it's looking like we're taking things a little slowly. We're not going to rush ourselves. We're going to be in the energy that feels aligned and embodied in this connection here. Now, if this is possibly you taking the next steps in a direction for your business or a different job opportunity, it's taking some time. You're having patience with this, but I want you to stay confident because it's coming. These energies are building throughout the reading. The Two of Pentacles in your challenge. This could be feeling the energy of like, yes, here's a job I really want to apply for. Oh, I applied and I didn't get it, or they didn't call me back after the interview. It's kind of those ups and downs that you've been dealing with. Could be ups and downs in a partnership or in a dating situation as well, or in an established relationship. But the Eight of Swords here is coming up along with the Sun, right? And the Sun, which is also in your hopes and fears, also represents to me a kind of energy where we overcome obstacles, we overcome confusion, we overcome indecision. With or without this person, I think some of your energies may be directed toward the other person at times, but this is, of course, first and foremost about you, Aquarius, and your energies here. Something about this relationship or this job experience or whatever it is challenging you a bit to step into who you are. For some of you, you are healing up or dealing with lack of self-worth and value. I'm not surprised the Sun is coming through. When I see the Sun and I'm getting the colors of like yellow and orange, the sacral and the solar plexus area, that's where the healing is happening for you. Yeah, and it feels like that full moon, it feels like you're kind of full of this energy, and maybe a good release is on the horizon with that full moon. A nice big release of some kind. For the Ace of Cups in your needed focus, you got the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. We've got some powerful energies here, but we also have some stability blended in and some patience, and I really like seeing that. For the Ace of Cups, when we're working on filling our cup and having that appropriate self-care, and for some of you, I'm really feeling like, you're like, oh, I do a good job of self-care. That's great, and you probably do compared to a lot of people, but now it's time to even amplify that a little bit more. So you're showing me, look at all the ways I do self-care, but there is still more momentum in a way to slowly incorporate this into yet another area of life. So you've got the 9 cups, but where's that 10th cup? It says here the Knight of Pentacles is going to lead you there. Maybe that 10th cup is what you're anticipating is your partner or your person, possibly. But you also don't want to forget about you in the meantime. And if that person isn't there, if it's a little slower getting to it, or if that job isn't there, keep working on your own cups. Let's look at this 3 of Wands here in the past. The 9 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. There was an injury at some point. For some of you, this could have literally been a physical type of injury that slowed you down or stopped you, something you had to heal from. But it also could have been an ending to something like a powerful relationship, a long-term relationship, something. You're showing me a certain level of like, I stopped because I was wounded and I worked on healing myself. I worked on getting my vitality back. I did get physical exercise in your place of embodiment in this reading. Some of you may have had weight problems or naturally healed yourself from like diabetic or insulin resistance, using diet, using exercise, really trusting yourself to lead you in the best direction for your own health journey. But some of you may have had to recover also from an injury, but these are energies we're leaving in the past. I see you being victorious over this ultimately. So that is looking good. And we're going to leave it there. We'll leave the past in the past, Aquarius. It feels like that's the right thing to do. I feel like you've extracted the best elements you can from the experience, and you'll go from there. Let's look at this Four of Wands in your future position. This is possibly your marriage, your partner, a commitment that you're making even to your own passion. This is a vision realized. We have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords with the Four of Wands. This is your vision being realized. I think it's coming up for you. And it's not necessarily that you've accomplished this one thing and you're done. Life is a journey and life is going to unfold as it will. But you're going to see something that you were previously only thinking about come to fruition here. Like I said, could be with a job. It feels more relationship focused to me though, even if it is work relationships. Let's look at this Chariot here and your place of embodied empowerment. You get the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups. You are in a really powerful position right now, Aquarius, to really have some breakthroughs. You're breaking through some of the emotional toil, turmoil, sadness of the past, and you are taking the best learnings from that. So you've kind of processed the emotions, and now you have some new thoughts that you formed about things based on that. Again, I think it might be relationship-wise about how you'll handle certain situations, how you would handle conflict resolution, how you would address things with appropriate boundaries. This all feels like a lot of good work that you've done to get to this place, and it really has put you in a good position moving forward. For the Queen of Cups, you get the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. Ooh, so remember I was getting that feminine energy supporting you, like a grandmotherly or, you know, an aunt type energy. Well, now we have the King of Swords bringing in the masculine and the Knight of Swords bringing it in quite swiftly. So the month of March is probably going to feel pretty present to you. Like you're going to be feeling other presences. If you have any sensitivity at all, like mediumship skills or psychic abilities, I think the month of March for you, that's going to be like lit up and coming on strong. There's also this encouragement kind of vibe that I get from your guides and from who surrounds you. And it's both masculine and feminine energy with this king showing up. And what it does is, I don't even know that you necessarily have to be aware of it. It brings you clarity and peace. It brings you protection and strength and gentleness, right? And it's very encouraging. It's very motivating. It really aligns with that Chariot that you got in your place of empowerment. So you have a really nice support going on. That is the bottom line here. Some really nice support outside yourself going on. Definitely write them a thank you note or take them for lunch or something if it's a person. Could be people from the other side that have passed as well, but enriching relationships that have supported you is important. So in that environment, remember I said there's someone who might be injured or hurt that you were paying attention to. You show me the Ace of Cups and the Judgment card. And the Ace of Cups to me shows that it's you. You had that in your needed focus too. It's you making sure that you are operating for this person from a place of overflow and that there's still plenty of energy for you left, right? We don't want to pour into someone else to the degree where we then are empty. And there are relationship dynamics that are like that. With the way you've been working on boundaries and taking forward these new lessons, I'm not sure you're sucked into that. I think you're just very aware of it. This person may have the tendency to be really raw and really vulnerable with their own karmic issues right now. Let me put it that way with the Judgment card. So it's a little touch and go. it feels like with this person. So I like that you're showing me the energy of Ace of Cups, saying, I know I need to focus on that because I could easily get sucked into what's going on with them. In fact, you've probably, like I said, I sensed something, some sort of wounding or injury from your past. There may have been situations where that happened with you. And this, however, feels like a different dynamic. So someone that may have cared for you in the past may have been like a family member. This feels like more like a client or a professional relationship where we do need to maintain some boundaries. Otherwise, we get sucked into it here. And that person is very on the surface raw with a lot of things going on right now. Well, just remember to serve only from the overflow so you always have enough for you. And that's good advice for anyone, right? But for you in this situation, for sure. In your hopes and fears where you had the Sun, you get the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Ooh, la la. There is just so much growth going on with you. I feel like not just this month, but maybe for the previous 8 to 10 months especially. I think some of it has felt a little slow to you at times, but then you turn around and you look back over a couple months and you're like, gosh, I'm such a different person than I was the other day. You're beginning to really step into your own authority. This is happening in a very balanced way as far as the yin and yang, the positive and the negative, the masculine and the feminine. These energies are coming into balance for you. Again, this could be you. I am feeling like if you're a female dating, there's different masculine energies all around you. I think there is this part of you, and I'm talking to Aquarius women right now, and then I'll get into the men. The Aquarius women, though, I feel like you may have wanted in the past an Emperor, but now you want a King of Pentacles. You want that rock and stability. Not necessarily, and the Emperor's stable, but the Emperor can also be a little big for his britches, a little bit egoic. I think there's this little nuance there of maybe you've fallen for kind of boastful men before or show off kind of personalities. And now you would like someone who's a bit more humble and has a bit more humility than that. And you feel like that makes you happier because they're more of a stable energy for you. It's the kind of energy you need to be free. You don't need to be dominated. You need to have your solid rock, that your touch point, your person you can go to. Now, Aquarius men, this is you resolving a matter of your own ego. So if you've tuned in this and you're the masculine, you're going to be grounding. Throughout the month of March, you're working on grounding a bit of the ego, putting it kind of back in its place, so to speak. You're having this process happen very internally, but I do think people notice from the outside the difference. So you may receive some compliments on that, which I would just take them in stride. Take them with a humble nature and humility and in stride and appreciation here. So for you as the Aquarian man, it's about staying in a stabilized structure, but taming or putting the ego in its place so that you are much more grounded and much more centered. And the need to be the one in every situation, to be on stage, to be out there, Aries, Leo, Saggy energies like that could have to do with the retrogrades for you too. You may feel the need to kind of pull back in the month of March and just kind of focus on your own energies here. Let's look at this Knight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Whew, okay. I really like this new, fresh energy that I feel like you're moving into in the month of March, whether you're the male or female here. I really think by the end of the month, you're going to have a solid direction with where you're going to self-lead and feel self-led. There's also this completion in the physical world of like everything's coming together. Everything is lining up. There are still energies of movement. You are still very embodied in your forward momentum, but there's also this groundedness. There's also this centeredness. So we're getting to this place without all the extra drama. Let's put it that way. We're getting to it without all the extra drama. If this is a dating situation and you're single, my oh my, this has got to be pretty dynamic and exciting. Or if you're just cycling through different phases with your partner, perhaps. For those of you Aquarians who are single and not interested, you may have been hit on or made offers even though, you know, you're like, no, it's not the right time for me. Some of you are showing me that, like, they keep hitting on me, but I'm not open for that right now. A closing message, this is funny, a closing message for you Aquarius from the universe is number 4, life is better together. And you have that 4 of Wands. Seek assistance from your community, connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be simple as making a phone call. Yeah, and I was feeling that. I was feeling that gratitude when I was tuning into your support and allies here. If there's someone that you can extend your gratitude to, call them up, say just thank you for everything you've done for me. It's been an absolute pleasure to walk this journey with you. You know, better together doesn't have to mean just the partner. I giggled because of that, because I think there's a population of you that are like, no, I'm not going there right now. But that doesn't mean you can't be a part of a community. You definitely are Aquarius. You're free. And there are going to be those moments you need to stay away from people, but there's also, you need that connection. You need that connection to humans because you're the humanitarian. So, wow, I'm excited to see how the full moon treats you for the month of March. I think things are building up to that point. For some of you, it's going to be finding that partner, opening up to that. It seems like you're really aligning with your energies of, this is how I'm moving forward. I'm not moving forward under anyone else's definition but my own. And I think that's wonderful, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining this reading today. I look forward to seeing you next time.